Right, I should all be coming through. How square is that? It's nice and square, and we get you in a position where we can do better than last time. Right, set my gloves on. See people riding motorbikes without gloves. You should just put a grinder to your hand for a second and get to know what it's going to be like to slide down the road without gloves on your hands. I like to get these ones with the, there we go, knuckle guard things on. I quite like my knuckles the way they are. Right, I've not been out on this bike in quite a while. I had I'll tell you all about it in a minute. Is that right? We're unlocked. Let's get on the bike. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello everyone. Right, I've not been on the bike for a bit. I had an operation on my kidney a couple of weeks ago. And I've been recuperating for a couple of weeks, and it's quite nice just to get out on just a little ride. But as the weather's good, went through all that really nice, really hot weather, which was fantastic. And it just went pants. But there we go. Right, bit of a different route today. So I live up in Lancashire, just north of Chorley, a place called Buckshaw Village. So I shall make my way out of the estate and we shall see where we end up. So it's funny, all on my mind at the moment is the fact in 6 months' time I turn 60. Golden Bennett. You just do not realise how quickly your life is going to rush through. It doesn't feel like 30 years since I was 30. Right, nothing coming to the right. Double check, indicator off, around we go. So I've still only done 142 miles on this. At 300 miles it goes in for service and I can permanently ride it a bit quicker then. So I'm supposed to be keeping it down to about 30 miles an hour, which I don't. But it's just a case of not pushing it too hard. Nothing comes from the right, double check, third check, nothing coming, away we go. So it's water cooled, so I can see the water is still on the coldest point, which is why I'm doing this route before I go to the motorway. Just let it warm up a bit. You know, when she's got a couple of thousand miles on her, you can just jump on it and get straight on the motorway, it won't be a problem, but I'm just trying to be a wee bit careful. Oops, on the white lines, shouldn't be on the white bits. Just a safety thing. How close is that? Oh, fucking hell! Jesus! Right. Motorbikes aren't dangerous. It's idiots in other vehicles, which is why you have to be, right, where's that white car going? He's okay, he's got me. Right. Which is why you have to be fully aware at all times. If you're fully aware, you should not have a problem. Hopefully. Right. So this is onto the outskirts of Chorley. Won't pick it up on the camera. But we're going to go up and over a railway here. It's 40 miles an hour, I'm only doing 37. Because this traffic light's just here, although we have a left turn clear. Okay, well, that white car is still behind me, that's fine. A bit close. Keep behind him. A bit of brake so you can see I'm braking. And around we go. Excellent sight, nice one. Keep it in the lane and he can go past me for once. There we go. I accelerated slowly. It's a Tesla, just give it a bit of a nudging. There we go. So I'm clear behind 34 and a 40. Nothing behind me. Look at that gap. Nice and long. Right, I'm going to take you past one of my best favourite, worst horrible places that I know of. Talk about contradictory in terms. It's nearly as bad as my first book. The first book I ever wrote, which was Self-Help, How to Get Started, by Simon Amazing Clark, obviously. And if you have a look on my videos, I did a video on it a couple of months ago, and several of my other books. And I call it my best, worst book ever. It's the first book I ever had published, which is just awesome. You know, if ever you fancied writing and publishing a book, and you get one published, so hold on. Indicate. And if you get one published, it's the best book ever. But this thing was so full of spelling mistakes. Just checking all clear. Right down to 30. So full of errors and mistakes and things. So it's an absolutely dreadful book, but it's the first one I got published. So this place up here, we're going to head past Chorley Hospital. So March of last year, I got my first hip replaced. Didn't change my life at all. Oops, slow down a bit. There we go. Come on. Uphill, that'll make it easier. Second one, which is actually, as I record this video in early June, it's about a week away from my first anniversary from when my life changed. So I was a wheelchair user. I used to go to the supermarket on a mobility scooter. Now I ride a motorbike scooter. Right, there's enough room. Right, that traffic's moving. That's still green. Right, I'm good. I'll stop. Good. And that traffic ahead can clear. Also, there's a crossing there somewhere. Right. Yeah, so I got my second hip done literally a year ago. But then 2.5 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago tomorrow, I got my kidney stone done. Oh, I would have a hip operation every single day of my life instead of having to go through the pain after that kidney stone done. But that doesn't hurt anymore, which is nice. I think the kidney itself's, you know, you sort of feel some bruising after a while. Right, accelerate to a braking point. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to leave them a bit of a gap, and I'm going to stop. I'll wait till they've moved. How far they're moving? They're going. Clear gap. But yeah, so these traffic lights ahead. That's Chorley Hospital. It was September of last year. I walked this route. I sat down on the wall just on the left there, and looked through my emails. That was a year. And stop. That was a year between me getting the email say that you're on the waiting list and me actually being able to walk all the way around here. So that was cool. That was last September. What time is it? 12 o'clock on a Wednesday. Why is this all so busy? Not a chuffing clue. Don't care. Right. Right, so he's moved and then stopped. No point me doing anything just yet. Right, the bus is starting to move. They'll now start to move. Really? He didn't like my little gap, obviously. Yeah, Chorley Hospital. Chorley and District. Right, what's he doing? It looks like there you go. He's going to go right, nothing on my left. Follow the bus. Well, actually, I'm going the motorway. I think I actually need to be in that other lane. Oh, is this bus at the bus stop? Oh, it probably is. Right, so if I'm on the wrong lane and I can't go down the motorway to start off with, I will have to go down the A6 if I can't get across. So a plan for both. Right, something ahead of the lorry, something ahead of the bus I can see. It's not moved yet. Come on. Water temperatures off the bottom stops. Is that going to move? Or is he sat there? He's moving. leave a gap. Don't want quite a big gap. Leave a gap for in case the bus rolls back, which you shouldn't, but just in case. And there's a drop curb to my left. If the bus rolls, I can head up there. Wonder why there's such a lot of traffic. Anyway, we'll do what we'll do. But yeah, this kidney stone, apart from the pain, so your penis hurts, your testicles hurt, your bladder hurts, and then as the bladder empties out of fluid or twitches, there's a pipe between the two that moves, that tugs on the inside of your kidney, and you scream. I mean, you literally scream. Right, let me just stop. Oh, is that what? Oh, it's a bit of roadworks. All right. Yeah, so that's the problem. And then you have a piece of monofilament type fishing line, looks like, that's fastened onto this thing that you pull on, and it pulls it out through your urethra. That's actually not too bad. But what that means is that when you pee with that in, your little valve doesn't close, so that when you feel like you're going to pee, you pee. You're in bed, you've just stood up, you're on the way to the bathroom, you pee. You have no control over it whatsoever. So fortunately, well, I just peed a bucket. That's basically what I did. Alright. What have we got off here? There we go. There's road works towards where I live. That means we want to avoid that junction then. I need to. Okay. Yeah, so once that came out, life was a lot better, but that first day, first couple of hours, he's screaming. I must admit, a bit traumatic. Can take me a wee while to get over that, I think. Yeah, but it's a nice day. At Cumulus Nimbus would be a beautiful flying day. That was all lucky. Right, engine's nice and warm. I'm nice and warm. In my lovely thick jacket. There we go. I think this is 40. I don't think it's fit. Oh, it's 40. There you go. So keep just under 40. Right, let's get up towards 60. I've had it up towards 60 before on a slight downhill. I'd like to see 65, but we will see. We'll just take it easy. If I give it full power, you can feel it sort of bog down a little bit. So what you tend to do is you'll give it more throttle, but giving it more throttle is the thing you don't want to do. Anyway, I'll be quiet because you're probably not able to hear me down here. Right, visor down. No one behind me. 40. Right, it's the first time I've been on the motorway in a long time. Yes, I do have a full test. It's all on 125, but I do have a full test. 55. Right, is he going to pass me? He's going to pass me. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to move over. Right, I want to come this way around, because in about a mile or so, this lane becomes the Bamboo Bridge turn-off. Right. Oh, 60. She's not too happy, but I don't want to wind up with the power on. Well, there's a bit of a downhill here in a minute. There's downhill, uphill, and then a long downhill towards the Bamboo Bridge turn-off, or the Plate Bridge turn-off. Almost still looks like it's recording alright, so that's good. 60 exactly. That's cool. 65 really nice. She's only got, I think it's 11 horsepower, 62, 61, 62, she's 2 and a bit. She's only got 11 horsepower, not the max 15, 63. So I don't expect miracles out of her, 63, 64. But she's 65 on the flat would be very, very nice. Alright, when we come down the other side, I'm going to tweak the throttle a bit more. So everyone's passing me, I've got to keep looking through my mirrors just to keep my 911 runners down to 60, 59, 58. There's this little uphill. 59. Leveling off. Ooh, fire engine. 59. And like I say, the motorway signs here now have the left-hand pulls off because they only went 2 lanes after this. So this is the M61, and the next junction after this one, it joins up with the M6 or northbound. So they don't want 3 lanes, they just want the 2. So this is where they've got this one off. Right, I'll get it a little bit more throttle. Oh, that is actually full throttle. 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, you see 70. Another 10 seconds on the throttle and I'll start using it off a bit. But at least that's motorway split. Oh, that's very good. I'm very happy with that. Actually, it's just funny. It's really good. Right, now I'm going to be aware of the junction ahead. 68, just twitched a bit there. Let me just back it off a touch. And you just let the downhill take it from there. Red brake lights ahead. Back it off a little bit more. 65. Now then, straight across at this roundabout, but there's a little side road I take to get me to where I want to be, which is I think the second, is this middle lane. Is it the middle one? So behind me, don't need to indicate, down to 60. This left and straight on. That's left only. Check indicate, check manoeuvre. Check again. There we go. So that takes us on for 65. Bring it down to the M6. Seems a bit of an odd junction. And then this is going to split into 2. Down to 40. Bit more on the brakes. Get rid of some of the energy. Right. Can't see. Nothing there. Nothing there. Still nothing there. Right. Oh, that reminds me. Because I'm nearly 60, we all think we're really good drivers. Unless, like me, we're never exceptional. But it's nice to get someone to... Oh, get some air in. I'm going to be back down to sort of 30s and 40s. So I'm just thinking of the route home. Because there's some other roadworks on the other road I could go, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, so I want to book a driving evaluation, I think you call it, not a driving test. Driving evaluation with a driving school. To get them to take me out. What am I doing? I'm doing alright. I think I'm doing alright. I think that time on a motorbike really, really helps. You keep your distances from the vehicles ahead. Right, left at the bottom. You plan ahead with what you're doing. You're just a bit more relaxed. Because if the driver gets it wrong, they bend the car, they haven't got used to the car, they have to get a higher car and come on over you. But if you have an accident on a motorbike, generally, as well as breaking the bike, you can break something on you. So, as well as the pain, there's the pain of not being able to ride for a bit. Alright. Indicate left. So, I just want a driving instructor to take me out. Just give me an evaluation. Like I say, I think I'm doing absolutely fine, but I'd like to have somebody else tell me that. Like I say, these aren't passes and fails. I think worse comes to worse, if your driver is that bad, an instructor would just say, look, to be honest, you either need to start improving, have a few lessons and improve, or, it's time to hang your car keys up. Right, he's going right. Actually, I think I'll go left. See if I can get out at the other end. Right, I'd rather not stop. There we go, good. Car coming, have to stop. Right, and clear, go. Lots of grind. This is 40, 30. I think it's 30 actually. It might have been 40 previously. So I used to live around here. That's 20. Still doing 30. He's on the arse. Not the most salubrious place. Nice houses though, it's just some of the people around here a bit. Not my sort of people. Right, if there's no signs on anything, that means it's 30, and I'm doing 30, and he can just sit in my house, I don't care. So if it's 40, there's supposed to be signs. Oh, missed a beat then. There we go, 148 miles, so I've done a couple. Still can't tell. Yeah, so I still need to look into getting that car instructor organised. Oops. A bit over there. Still a bit over, going downhill. Because being the sort of bike it is, they could think it's a 50. And you sat right up my ass. Still can't tell. Right, ooh, it's much rain. Right, indicate right. Can't see the way yet. Can see towards the right. Now I can't see. Further. Here a car. Clear, clear, clear. And go. It is 30. Thought it was. Yeah, I had to give him the slow down wave to get him off my ass. Right. Quite a nice route if I went straight ahead and turned left. If we went straight across the roundabout and turned left, there's a lovely little road there. Unfortunately, that's got some horrible roadworks at the moment, so I'm going to go left up here, indicate. And I'm going to go round the back of Shore Hill. Where's he going? He's going straight. I can go, and we've got 40. Oh, we got a convoy. And then I'm going to go past Shore Hill. Well, it is 40. He's not doing 40, which is absolutely fine. He can do his speed. He's doing 40 now. Right, so back in the, I don't know when it was, 1920s, whenever, when cars were first sort of becoming numerous and the UK was full of roads, but nobody knew which roads were roads to where, they came up with a numbering system. So there's like an inner road around London, and the 6 major roads come out from London. So they went, okay then, the one that's pointing most north, we'll call that the A1. And that goes up the, so then A roads, B roads, C roads, D roads? I'm not entirely sure. So we'll call that the A1. And then the next major road that comes out of London follows down to the south-east coast. A2, A3 sort of goes sort of southwest-ish, A4, A5 and A6. So the A1 went up the east coast of the UK and the A6 came up the west coast of the UK. And this is the old A6. In fact, this part of the road is still the A6. So this road goes, I'm going southish at the moment. But if I was going north, I'd get to Bamber Bridge and then there's a bypass, which is now the A6. But if you go through Bamber Bridge itself, back in the 1950s, 1960s, when my mum and dad used to ride the big engine scooters, and they came up from Nottingham, they would have come up this very road, gone through Bamber Bridge, and on the way up towards the Lake District. Right, I can see dust ahead. Why can I see dust? Visor down, that's why the sound's just changed. Right, there's grey on the other side of the road. That's probably me. Oh, we have. Oh, so this is the chippings. This far down. Right. No one behind me. Stick in tracks and just go slow and steady. It's not the first time I've ridden on this stuff. Alright. Just keep your shoulders loose, and away we go. So there's a turn off right ahead towards Shore Hills. Now, if you can see, it's like when the Formula One racing, you can see where the tyres go, then when all the loose stuff goes. That loose stuff will have you off in 2 seconds. So I don't want to catch any of that. So when I turn off where that car's waiting ahead, that's where he's going. Right, let's watch him and make sure he's okay. Because that's where there's going to be some gravel build up. Oh, he's gone right the way up, which is good. It's just there is some gravel we really don't want. The car's slow that way. Oh, look at that gravel. That should now be clear. Right. Dust is gone. Now I've got the windscreen for protection, which covers most of the eyes and deflect most of the air, but if you get dust in your eyes when you're riding, yeah, not a good idea. Right, here we get some bends. It's a 40-mile-an-hour road. There's no gravel. Looks clear, but I'm actually going to stay this side of the road because you don't know what's on the inside of the line. I'll try and do some cross laning in a bit. All right. So behind me, accelerate a bit. Right, so to straighten out the corner, you put a bit of curve on. We do that. And we go to there. Right, so the outside of the turn, this is quite a sharp turn, so a bit slower, not into the gravel, towards the apex, where the apex is. Now you'd normally drift that way, but we've now got to go whee to that apex, follow the outside. A good tip, you don't always need to go side to side. So the left, especially on a blind corner, you don't know if there's going to be stood there. I'm really pleased with that, 70. Right. This is quite a tight corner as well, so back off early. Bit on both brakes. Not into the gravel. Check for the apex around the corner, where we go. Nice. This is what living's all about. Having fun, taking a little risk, but nothing too silly. Right, bit of a drop, bit of a left. Ooh, another few spots of rain, bit of dust out there. Ooh, a few more spots of rain. Right, so this brings us to the top end of Buckshaw on the left. Oh, this is going to end. This ride's going to end just at the right time. And inside for some lunch. Right, traffic light's just around the corner. What I tend to do is a great tip. You know, I'm not too far out, there's no other junctions, I'll indicate left. Get rid of that. Nicely on the brakes. One next to our friend here. What's he got? Oh! That's a CD 175. A burble. An old bike, S-Reg, I'm not sure if that's back in the 70s, end of the 70s, but they just sound lovely. They're a nice, soft, gentle sort of ride. Obviously you need a full test for that. 40 down here, how many miles have I done? 152. I've done 10 miles, that's good. Just over halfway to my first service, but we'll try and get some more miles in. Right, car's behind, quite close. So after there, I should indicate left. Start slowing down, let them across. No one else coming, nice and clear. He's going right, so it should slow down a bit more anyway. He's cleared me 6. In we come. Remember COVID. Right, don't like these stone things. Take it easy. Oh, cover on. Yeah, February last year, I had some really bad griping pains. Turns out an infection in my gallbladder. That's when they scanned me, because those pains are either gallbladder, avoid that, or kidney stone. So they did me a CT scan for my kidney stone, and they went, "Oh, you've got a big kidney stone." So that's when little puppy dog, lovely. Yeah, so that's when they found this out. So that's February last year. So the first time I took myself to hospital, and then about 2 weeks later, I couldn't drive. I was in so much pain I couldn't drive. So I 999'd it and got a lift. Got an ambulance to. Anyway, I'll do my little squiggle. Oh, can I get on there? No, she's parked too far over. I'll have to. I know what to do. Right. Anyway, I'll park this up, but I'll end the video there. So thank you very much for listening along. Right. You off? Right. Oh. Give the carpet a hoover. Now we have putty cats everywhere. Oh, you think there's 2 hips being replaced? Don't know anymore. Right.